Regarded as one of history's greatest investors, Warren Buffett is well known for his straightforward, yet successful way of living and managing business. Believe it or not, he's always led a frugal lifestyle and a well-organized daily schedule despite being one of the wealthiest individuals on the planet. How does he do it? And can we learn something from it? Stick around for the billion-dollar habits we're about to share. Honestly, you'll be surprised by what this guy does in a typical day. Buffett was raised in Omaha, Nebraska, and he still calls it home. Yep, he paid $30,000 for his house in 1958 and still lives there now. The investor has amassed a net worth of well over $100 billion by reading and sleeping most of the time. So he must be doing something right. Well known for his conservative spending practices, the man says he enjoys drinking Coca-Cola and eating at McDonald's. In his own words, he has the diet of a 6-year-old. He obviously doesn't lead the lifestyle that other billionaires in society do, favoring a laid-back way of life instead. Even for a man of his age, Buffett tends to get up early and gets at least 8 hours of sleep each night, so his day begins at 6:45 in the morning. Buffett doesn't go for the coffee maker when he wakes up in the morning. Nope. The multi-billionaire investor instead opens the refrigerator and pulls out a can of ice-cold Coca-Cola. In fact, the man claims that over 25% of his daily caloric intake comes from sweet soda. As in, every day he downs about 5 12-ounce cans. Yikes! But wait, the dietary habits get worse. The man enjoys stopping by the neighborhood McDonald's for breakfast. That's right, despite having the ability to own every McDonald's outlet in the state, the man is so frugal that he lets the market dictate his appetite. In a lighthearted interview, Buffett said he would choose the 2 sausage patties for $2.61 breakfast during a bear market. He will then combine them into a single sandwich and have it with a Coke. When the market is up, he added, he'll choose the $3.17 bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Damn, he's thought it through. Like us, you may be confused as to Buffett's decision to follow such a poor diet. The investor revealed that after looking at some data, he chose to eat like a 6-year-old because they had the lowest death rate. Okay, let's move on to some habits of his you would want to follow. Warren starts working right after breakfast, and on most days, he does nothing except read in his office. The Oracle claims that the majority of the stuff that he reads are related to investor reports, market materials, financial publications, and business financials. But he also reads books and newspapers for a fair period of time. That's right, Buffett doesn't like watching the news on TV and instead reads newspapers. In fact, when asked for his secret to success after giving a lecture to a graduating class, the guy picked up a book and replied, "Read 500 pages a day." The Oracle of Omaha lives up to his reputation as the master of value when it comes to his investing approach. The man carefully examines papers and financial documents, digging as far back as he can into a business's past. After that, Buffett examines the company's development and its projected growth strategy. Before ever making an investment decision, the investor carefully considers his options. He's renowned for having stated that his goal each day is to make good decisions. Actually, 2 of the wealthiest men in the world, him and Jeff Bezos, use a similar method. Buffett argues he's doing well if he makes 3 good decisions in a year, whereas Bezos maintains he aspires to make 3 good decisions every day. Also, Warren Buffett is known for keeping his schedule, and he becomes annoyed when others don't. Naturally, he values his sleep too, and he goes to bed around 10 o'clock each night after reading for about 30 minutes. Now, the billionaire is also renowned for his capacity to set priorities and concentrate on what matters most. He concentrates on his work and does everything to avoid outside distractions, which helps him accomplish amazing things. The underrated power of habits is one of Buffett's pearls of wisdom. He once said, "I think people underestimate the value of habits, how hard it is to break them when you're 45 or 50, and how crucial it is to create the good ones when you're young." The hard reality that Buffett faced about how difficult it is to change behaviors as we age is something that many of us come to understand later in life. The difficulty is figuring out the best habits to develop as we become older. Every habit is not formed equally. Well, certain habits hold us back and cause stagnation and dissatisfaction. Others help us advance and enable personal growth and achievement. The secret is to consciously cultivate the habits that are consistent with our ideals and long-term objectives. Then comes the habit of acting morally. You think the greatest investor in the world would make his way up there by being shady? Nuh-uh. Integrity has many positive effects on a person's life and career, both personally and professionally. People trust you when you conduct yourself with integrity. They are aware that you are trustworthy, moral, and won't take shortcuts. You will also be able to strengthen your bonds with coworkers, clients, and customers as a result. Also, if you operate with integrity, you are more likely to have a good reputation, which can lead to new chances and professional advancement. In fact, according to Buffett, when hiring new employees, you should seek 3 qualities: honesty, intelligence, and energy. Then he dives deep into his growth mindset. Buffett is a fervent supporter of lifelong education. He follows this one strictly, guys. Each night, get a little smarter before bed. That's how knowledge accumulates, like compound interest. You see, Buffett knows that the best tool for business success is the intellect. So stop at nothing to achieve it. Now, the billionaire CEO is also well known for being an avid reader who reads up to 80% of the day. He is credited with the famous quote, "The more you learn, the more you'll earn." That speaks for itself, no? Warren also has a habit of leading a simple life. Despite being one of the richest people, he leads a modest way of life. He advises everyone to live within their means, concentrate on saving and investing for the long term, and avoid excessive consumption and pointless debt. Instead, Buffett has contributed significantly to philanthropic endeavors, particularly in the fields of education and healthcare, rather than collecting more riches for personal advantage. It all comes down to knowing your core strengths, the areas where, even if you fail, you won't regret it because you know you'll succeed in the end. The takeaway from this habit is to find your circle of expertise and give it your all. The next habit of the billionaire is straightforward. Tune out the noise and find your own voice. It will force you to reflect on what you have accomplished and how many planned goals you have reached. Isolation in a world without the internet or distractions is when we introduce ourselves to our real selves. You see, being happy with your own judgment rather than the opinions of others is super important if you're looking to get as successful as him. The core of this mantra is to stick to what you believe in regardless of what other people think. They will continue to say the same things, and then they will criticize you for not coming up with anything new. Simply follow your passion and try new things. It's Warren approved. Also, he has often said that working for a low salary initially hurts, but it gets better as your skills polish up and the money increases. So if you enjoy what you do, keep at it. Obviously, Warren Buffett has a lot to teach about money and is highly known for his long-term investing ideas. So knowing that he started investing when he was only 11 years old doesn't surprise us, right? He didn't come from a wealthy family, and he made his money the old-fashioned way, staying in the modest home he purchased in 1958. Even now, people religiously follow the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway's words and pay close attention to everything he says because of his extraordinary grasp of things. Would you believe it then that, like many others, Buffett found public speaking to be his worst nightmare? Of course, he had to do something about it. He then signed up for a public speaking class, and so his ability to relate to people better as a result of this improved his life, both in his personal and professional life. One of the most crucial lessons to learn from this is to use stories when speaking or having a discussion. So if you struggle with getting your thoughts across, know that the only way out is through. And when you're addressing people on important things, consider adding your experiences, books, or movies that changed your perspective or taught you valuable lessons. This way, in addition to giving them a list of things, you are also showing them how it affected your life. People are more likely to recall what you said when you tell them a story or anecdote. Smart, right? What's more, according to Buffett, it's critical to surround yourself with good people who have goals in life and align with yours. Everyone has heard the saying that you end up being an average of the 5 people you hang out with, right? Which is why you should surround yourself with badass people who share your beliefs and motivate you to be your best self. Every friend will be useful to you in some way or the other, since everyone has something to teach you. But seek out mentors if you feel like you need more expert advice. In fact, Buffett is a seasoned expert when it comes to investing advice. So it's only fair we talk about investment hacks, right? He seeks out businesses that know the industry, have a promising long-term outlook, a competitive edge, and a stable industry. Also, ones that have competent and reliable management, and of course, those that come at a reasonable price. He considers the underlying business performance because his attention is on purchasing the firm rather than the stocks. This relates to the most basic investing principle: invest in a company you are familiar with. Your investment will be profitable in the long run when you have a thorough understanding of the business's operations, methods of operations, and methods for creating value. Oh, and low-cost index funds are the way to go for this guy. According to Buffett's investing theory, you can only control two things as an investor: your fees and the asset class you choose. You will outperform 90% of the investors who start investing at the same time when you invest in low-cost index funds over a period of time, on average of 10 years. The costs will eventually equalize if you allocate a portion of your monthly income to your portfolio. You'll purchase fewer stocks during pricey months and more during inexpensive months. What does all this tell you? You must concentrate on a skill set that'll help you achieve amazing achievements if you want to be wildly successful. Imagine Buffett making the decision to change careers and went into some other profession. He wouldn't be the Warren Buffett, would he? Find out what you do better than anybody else. Recognize your abilities, be laser-focused, and pursue your goals head-on. That's the secret of the billionaire's success. Let us know in the comments below which one of these daily habits for success you'll be following. Make sure to subscribe for more. We'll see you next time.